Good afternoon. I was super busy this weekend. I went up in the attic and I cleaned out our attic, which was just really awful. Just really awful. So I found a lot of stuff that used to belong to your moms and dads, some of your moms and dads, and that was fun. A lot of old pictures. And I've been able to kind of sort through some things so things aren't as messy as they were. Keep your toys together. That way you don't have to worry about losing them. Nana wisdom for the day. So, back to books. Big Dog, Little Dog. This is called a bedtime story. Bedtime story. Big Dog and Little Dog. And this says this used to be Lucy's book. Fred and Ted were friends. Fred was big. Ted was little. Do you know anybody named Fred or Ted? Fred always had money. Ted was always broke. So Fred is the one in the green shirt and Ted is the one in the red shirt. Fred, F-R-E-D, Ted, T-E-D. That rhymes, Fred and Ted. When they walked in the rain, Fred got wet, but Ted stayed dry. That umbrella was not tall enough for Fred, was it? They both liked music. Fred played the flute. Ted played the tuba. Now, do you think this is funny that Fred, who is bigger, is playing a small instrument, and Ted, who is smaller, is playing a big instrument? When they had dinner, Fred ate the spinach and Ted ate the beets. So spinach is green, like Fred's shirt. Beets are red, like Ted's shirt. Do you like spinach or beets? When they painted the house, Ted used red paint and Fred used green paint. That would either be really messy or kind of look like Christmas, huh? One day, Fred and Ted took a trip. Fred went in his green car. Ted went in his red car. Fred drove very slowly. Ted drove very fast. There he goes. When they got to the mountains, Ted skied all day long. And Fred skated all day long. By nighttime, both of them were very tired. "Look," said Fred, "a small hotel." It says small hotel. That's what the name of it is, small hotel. Fred got a room upstairs. Ted got a room downstairs. "Good night, Ted," said Fred. "Sleep well." "Good night, Fred," said Ted. "Sleep well." Very nice. Oh, but they did not sleep well. Upstairs, Fred thumped and bumped and tossed and turned. Downstairs, Ted moaned and groaned and crashed and thrashed all over the bed. Do you see what's going on here? When morning came, Fred called on the phone. "Let's take a walk," Fred said to Ted. "A good idea," said Ted to Fred. "We can walk and talk." They walked uphill. They walked downhill. They made tall talk. They made small talk. "Did you get any sleep last night, Ted?" asked Fred. "Not a wink," said Ted. "My bed is too little," Fred said that. My bed is too big. Ted said that. What can we do about it? I don't know, Ted, said Fred. The bird's thinking too. You see the bird? He's thinking, what can we do about it? Oh, guess what? I know what to do, said the bird. Just switch rooms. Ted should sleep upstairs and Fred should sleep downstairs. Of course, the birds got the word. That bird's smart. Back to bed, yelled Ted. Back to bed, yelled Fred. They were tired, huh? It's downstairs for me, yelled Fred. It's upstairs for me, yelled Ted. Good thing that bird's around. Ted jumped into the little bed upstairs. Fred jumped into the big bed downstairs. Ted slept all day long in the cozy little bed. Fred slept all day long in the cozy big bed. Look how big that bed is. Ooh, that looks big even for Fred. Well, that was easy to fix. Big dogs need big beds. Little dogs need little beds. Why make big problems out of little problems? So, that's the story of Ted and Fred, or Fred and Ted. Big dog, little dog, a bedtime story. I hope you all had a great day today. We are still cleaning, and it is really nice outside, so I hope you all got outside today because it's really, really nice to be outside and get some fresh air. And before you know it, it's going to be summertime. I promise. I love you so much. Good night.